Hey, it's Jackie Long. Welcome to Changemakers on Yippee Ki TV, where we shine the light on leaders who impact and inspire. Today, you're in for a treat. We have Chystal Pate on the show, founder of Healing and Hope, a nonprofit. Chystal Pate was born and raised in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Her story is one of heartbreak and triumph, as Chystal is a childhood survivor of abuse and domestic violence. Despite her challenging environment, Chystal empowered herself to create a better life through experiences that cultivated values of purpose and community service. Through a diverse career in the hospitality industry, she met a variety of people and found that she was not alone in suffering abuse. These realizations led her to launch Healing and Hope, her nonprofit empowering survivors of domestic violence. Chystal's courage to share her story and passion to help others now transforms lives on a daily basis. She sees a deeper meaning in helping people and living out her purpose. These inspiring values are summed up into her favorite quote: "The greater danger is not that you aim too high and miss your make, it's that you aim too low and achieve it." Michelangelo. Welcome to the show, Chystal.
Hi, how are you doing, Jackie?
I am good. Thanks so much for being here. So, tell us a little bit about what you do at Healing and Hope.
Our main mission is to bridge the gap between an abusive past and a hopeful future. We go into domestic violence survivors' homes, and typically they don't have much. So what we do is we show up with a U-Haul and we pack their home full of essentials: couch, beds, pots, pans, towels, curtains, and we just make their house a home. Through my personal story, I'm actually a domestic violence survivor, and I met a lady 2 years ago, actually in August, and her daughter had told me that their cat popped their air mattress. And it got me thinking that why would they be sleeping on an air mattress? And I asked her, I said, I have an extra mattress at my house that my daughter doesn't use. It's under her bed. So I brought it to her house, me and my children did. And it was like my situation all over again the moment I walked in the door. They had nothing. They had no couch, no TV, no dining room table. They were sitting on the floor. And I figured I needed to do something about that, because if somebody had done something for me, my life would have been completely different.
Right. So clearly you have a big heart that leads you in that direction. And I know that you've shared with me that people know you for having this uncanny ability to be able to relate to women in particular via past experiences, humor, positivity, and allow them to gain a more positive perspective on life. Do you have an example of how you've used those qualities to help someone?
This particular lady, after we showed up to her house, that very first project that we did, we showed up with 6 trucks packed full of stuff. And just through that, her life has transformed. She was no longer working to get that couch, to get the pots and pans. Her and her daughter now had a couch to sit on, and now had a dining room table and had towels, and it just totally transformed her life.
That's great. So I want to shift now into what it was like for you to launch Healing and Hope. So if we go back just a little bit, you had mentioned that a lot of it was through sharing your story. The work that you do is undoubtedly valuable and impactful, but it's also rather sensitive. And so I know one of the main reasons that you're so great at what you do is because you've shared your story and brought what is really a very sensitive topic to the public eye. Can you share with us a bit about what that was like for you?
It was very sensitive. When I came out of the situation, I was not going to share my story with anyone. Actually, for a few years, I didn't share it with a single person. And I had a lady come to me one day and tell me her story. And she had just gotten out of an abusive relationship. And I was able to say, me too. And it was really impactful for me, because I didn't realize that there was other people in this world that actually had gone through what I had gone through. And I figured through sharing my story, maybe other women would step up and share their stories and be able to make a difference.
That's great. So now what led you to really launch the idea and take the path of creating a nonprofit and getting your 501c3 tax exempt status?
Well, after the original lady's house that we did with the popped air mattress, I couldn't stop talking about it. I couldn't stop talking that there was other women out there that were in a situation similar to mine and that I wanted to do something about it. And I had a friend tell me, why don't you start a nonprofit? And I was like, what is that? How do I do that? And I started doing research, and me and a couple of friends got together and we tried to figure out what to do to actually file all the paperwork. I found out I didn't even know it was a 501c3. I found that out, wrote out my plan, and then through me and a lawyer friend of mine getting together numerous times trying our best to fill out these piles of paper that we had no idea what we were doing, I started doing research on how to get a nonprofit started, what to do.
So then how did you find out about Yippee-Ki-Yay?
I was actually about to give up. I was completely confused. I knew I didn't have enough money to pay all of these lawyers, and they wanted me to file the paperwork on my own anyways. So it was my last effort. I did a web search for a business that could help me start a nonprofit, and Yippee-Ki-Yay popped up, and I thought it was unreal.
Okay. So it sounds like the other solutions that were available to you was the work with the attorney, and then you ran into Yippee-Ki-Yay. What were the major differentiators between those solutions?
The effortlessness. It was really, I filled out a couple things. Yippee-Ki-Yay, they just walked me right through the entire process, and within just a few months, we were a 501c3.
Ah, good for you. That's great to hear. So did you have any hesitations before you started working with Yippee-Ki-Yay?
I did. Because they made it look so effortless that I didn't think that it was real. So I did my own research. I asked for some background stories on how long they had been in business and what other companies they helped. And I just decided to take a leap of faith and hope that it was something real. And it was, and it's a great experience.
Good. And so it sounds like you got your 501c3 rather quick in a couple of months, right?
Yes.
So what was the biggest benefit then that you experienced with the launch of your nonprofit as a result of that? For example, were you able to fundraise quicker, or could you have an event quicker? How did that impact the launch?
Yeah, it was really awesome because I was told by numerous people that it was going to take 6 months to a year and a half to actually get my nonprofit status, and a lot of money. So we jumped right into fundraising and jumped right into helping other people. And we actually created a few new projects out of it that are our outreach projects, and it just helped us to be able to step into helping people quicker rather than focusing on the 501c3 aspect.
Yeah, I love that. So you're an inspiration. You're a successful nonprofit founder. There's definitely some people in the audience who were where you were at some point, struggling, trying to find out how to get that 501c3 and how to get the idea off the ground. What's a piece of advice that you'd give someone looking to start their own nonprofit?
Definitely check out Yippee-Ki-Yay and just have faith. Just continue to move forward, because this process of getting the nonprofit status is not necessarily the fun part. It's not the part where you're helping other people, and that's why you're starting the nonprofit, but you have to just follow these steps, and Yippee-Ki-Yay was there for me the entire time.
Great. I'm glad you had a good experience. So now, last question. What are some of the projects that you're working on that people can come and support you with?
We actually started doing rooms of hope. We needed a way to find the families that really needed help. And we had the opportunity to go into a public school and create a fully functioning thrift store. There's food, clothes, shoes, toys, everything in these rooms, which then leads us to the families that really need what our main mission is going in and making their houses a home. And then on the back end of that, we've partnered with Providence Counseling, and they help us to be able to provide counseling for these families as well.
Great. Thank you so much, Chystal. I love what you do. Thank you so much for being here. We'll make sure to share your website and all the other ways to get a hold of you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Struggling with the 501c3 or compliance paperwork involved in growing or launching your nonprofit? Are you stuck, confused, or overwhelmed in your calling to make an impact? We can fast track the process and save you months or years of expensive trial and error in growing a successful nonprofit. Get the guidance and support you need to launch and grow your nonprofit and raise the funds to support you and your organization, guaranteed. Learn more and schedule a free consult call at heroes.do. Okay. That was how do you feel?
Good. I hate that.
Yeah, it's definitely a stretch. It's like one of those things you do in your life that puts you way outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But you learn from it and you grow from it. And